So this episode of Yugioh VRAINS, we got to see the results of Go versus Yusaku. And obviously Yusaku won, because obviously he's the main character. Usually they win these kind of duels. But I think the way he won was pretty good, because he had the opportunity to escape from that sort of prison thing. But his decision to stay and continue the fight, I think, shows a bit more about his character. I think if he left there, then we'd know he's just more of a methodical, needs to accomplish his goal, doesn't really want to have fun kind of thing. But we see that he is enjoying this duel, which is something that I think he says in one of the previous episodes. He's lost his enjoyment of dueling, and the fact that he was enjoying himself in this duel allowed him to avoid that thing, which I actually thought was quite a cool moment when he sort of quickly dodged it out of the way. He dodged it so fast that I actually thought he went through it. But he continues the duel to entertain. He even matches Go's style of dueling, where he says he allows his life points to get dropped down all the way to 100 life points, so that he can make a big turnaround at the end of the duel. And Go even afterwards says that he was pretty much just toying with me. He could have beat me in like so many different ways, but he chose to beat me in that way because it was really fun. So yeah, we can see a bit more of Yusaku's personality coming through. He's definitely someone that had a lot of personality in the past, but through whatever experience he's gone through, has become quite jaded and has lost the joy of dueling. He's like reverse Yuya from Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Yeah. Now, I do actually want to say a quick negative about the Yugioh VRAINS series. Other ones like animation quality and the actual speed duels quality, I don't think obviously brilliant, but that's not what I'm talking about. The Link summoning mechanic, when he does the Link summon, I know this is quite common in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5 series, where it does take them a while to do their Fugo Shogun, but it's kind of just that, and then they summon the monster, or they do the summon chants, and I don't mind the summon chants because they're always quite creative. But in this, if he keeps doing the thing where he goes for that portal and is like, arrowheads initiate, Link Shokan comes back through, I was like, okay, that took a while, no worries. Then he summoned 3 other Link monsters in the same episode, and he had to do that for every single one. I'm like, can't they make a shortened version of this or something? So that was one of my little grievances about the episode. The Link summoning mechanic needs to be a bit shorter in the future if you're going to use it multiple times in the series, because the Link summoning mechanic is all about summoning multiple monsters. So I can see this getting a little bit annoying. The other thing was, which is I'm ashamed to say, because I really liked it in one of the previous episodes, where we found out that Yusaku's thing is he says there's 3 reasons why I want to continue this duel, or 3 reasons whatever. I think they're overusing it a bit now. We're 4 episodes in and he's done it 3 times. Yeah, I think it's 3 times anyway. It takes a little bit of time because you know he's going to say 3 things, and I feel like sometimes they have to force 3 things rather than say he just wants to win for 2 different reasons. So like, let's just make up a 3rd one. So that one I can see getting a little bit annoying, but overall, I don't mind that much. It's not enough to hinder the show at the moment. I will give a positive to Go. He took the loss quite well. He was happy to lose, actually, and this was his first loss he's ever taken. Considering some of the other rivals from the other series, they'd probably swear vengeance and be really pissed off, they'd go into a depression or something like that. But Go looks more eager than ever to get back on the saddle and face Yusaku again. So that was a refreshing thing to see for a rival of the main character. Now, there is some questions I want to ask about the actual Yugioh VRAINS series and what they're going to do. So, the Link mechanic I still don't think has been explained very well in the series. Like, if I hadn't known what the Link summoning mechanic was and how it works, it still doesn't make that much sense. Because they've shown you how to summon a Link monster in one of the previous episodes, but then they summon them in different ways. They just sort of state that, oh, this monster requires 1 effect monster, but now that I'm summoning a monster with other Link monsters, they can use those little bits. So it's like, they mention it, but they don't really explain it. So I can see people still being a little bit confused about this. And this is something else that I'm quite curious about. Are they going to include other summoning mechanics in this series, or are they just going to stick with the Link summoning and the normal monsters? Because the whole point of the Link monsters is so that they can summon other extra deck monsters. But I guess other Link monsters do class as extra deck monsters, so I can kind of see them sticking with the Link monsters only. But I would kind of like to see some synchros or fusions or exceeses. Maybe not pendulums. I can live with pendulums, that's the thing. But I can see how that could get confusing. So yeah, I imagine they're not going to use any other mechanic apart from Link monsters. Let me know what you guys think. Have you heard anything different? Let me know in the comment section below anyway. What did you guys think of the CGI fight as well between Yusaku's ace, Deco Talker, and I can't remember what it's called, the Ogre something that Go was using? Obviously because it's like an entertainment style duel, they're having like a big CGI battle. And I thought the CGI was used quite well when they was doing like the count when they both go down at the same time. And I'm okay with that. It gives a bit more personality to the actual monsters, and it makes the duels seem a bit more, I don't know, lively, rather than just monsters smashing into each other. If they're doing different things, I'm okay with it. Someone did point out in the comments of that episode, though, that Decode Talker should technically have had a 500 attack point boost because his marker was pointing to another monster. Don't know if that was true or not, but yeah, he should have technically won the duel much earlier. I don't know. I didn't notice. We see at the end of the episode as well that Yusaku is talking to his friend, and he says that even though he's a really good duelist, I don't want him as an ally because obviously the duel between us was just for fun and things like that. But the duel against the Knights of Hanoi, that is a life or death game, and I don't want to include him in that. So that was quite refreshing to see, but I imagine Go will feel differently and will want to take part in the duel against the Knights of Hanoi eventually. And in the next episode, we see a preview with the Blue Angel. We see her in a normal human form where she's quite plain, quite boring looking, which is part of why when she goes to the virtual world, she's more extravagant and bright, vibrant. But we also learn in the preview that she is the sister of the main soul guy. So yeah. Interesting. Where's that going to go? But anyway, guys, that is everything I wanted to say about the episode. I hope we have a non-speed duel soon. I'd like to see one in the real world where they just do an actual normal duel with 5 monsters, 5 spell and trap cards. Or even just a duel in the virtual world without being a speed duel. I was supposed to say a normal duel. I've missed them. I want to see them again. But let me know what you guys thought of this episode in the comments section below. Where do you think this series is going? What do you think of the link mechanic? Do you think it's been explained enough or not? Let me know in the comments section below, and thanks for watching.